Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Devon Terrell, and welcome to this Help Me Devon Raw tutorial. Today, I'll be showing you how to instantly get a thicker and fuller mix with, as always, one trick. Let's get right into it. Okay, so this is one of my songs that's out everywhere on all platforms. I'm going to show you the song without the effect, and then I'll show you the song with the effect. Now, I won't say anything in between because I just want your ears to hone in on what's happening. Two things I want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to those vocals, the delays, and actually one more thing, and the guitars. I want you to pay attention to those three things and listen to the difference between the both. So, without first. Listen close.
How did we get here? Was it me? Was it something that I said? You said we've been here, and that I've ignored everything you said. Yeah.
With.
How did we get here? Was it me? Was it something that I said? You said we've been here, and that I've ignored everything you said. Yeah.
So I hear a huge difference. And remember, when it comes to mixing, as I always tell you guys, it's the small things that add to the bigger picture. This is a huge difference in a small way. What I'm noticing is I'm noticing the vocal stand out in my face more. I'm noticing the guitars crunch more. I can hear the picks of the guitar. I can hear it just get fuller, like there's this huge bottom that gets placed in there. What I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to play it with and without popping it back and forth so you can really notice the difference. Listen closely. I'm going to keep muting this right here on and off. Pay attention.
How did we get here? Was it me? Was it something that I said? You said we've been here, and that I've ignored everything you said. Yeah. Tell me how I missed this. Tell me how I never felt this in our bed.
Huge difference. So you just feel everything just go like this up in the mix, and then you can feel it when I take it out, everything kind of fall back down. It's like this ball of audio has been added to this mix, and when you take it out, it feels like everything just kind of drops out and it becomes a little bit lifeless. I'm going to show you how I accomplish this. Really simple trick. I'd say this like a medium skill level ability thing that you have to kind of figure out to do this. I'll explain it to you. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to create aux sends. Now, when I say aux sends, you do this when you create your reverb sends, etc. Same exact thing. When you send your delays to the delay, when you send that kick to the whatever effect that you're using. So when I send my vocal to a reverb, I'm using an aux, etc. You should know how this works already. This is routing. So this is what I'm doing. What signals are you going to route? This is what you're going to do. You're going to take all of your instruments, no drums. So that means no kick, no snare, no percussions, none of that stuff. You're going to leave that stuff alone. You're going to go over to your instruments and your vocals. So for instance, like I have this high piano here. What I'm doing is I'm going to it, I'm adding an aux send, and I'm sending it out to a bus, okay? I'll explain the bus in a second, but you're sending this out to a bus. Now you can see all along here, my bass, my live guitar, my lo-fi guitar, my piano, all of this stuff is all getting bussed out at 0 to a single bus. You see my ad-libs also going into this, being sent out to the mixed parallel bus. You also see my vocals, my chorus, everything is getting sent out to this mixed parallel bus. Now, let's go to the mixed parallel bus. What's on this mixed parallel bus that all these signals are getting pushed to? It is literally just a compressor. Now, what is the compressor doing? I am literally smashing the heck out of those audio signals. I'm using a technique called parallel compression for the whole mix. I've showed you this in previous tutorials, link in the description to get a real in-depth idea of what parallel compression is. But for this particular one, these are my settings for this compressor. What I'm trying to accomplish is about 8 dB of gain reduction as far as, or 8 dB of compression on those signals that I have busting out. So once I'm getting it to about 8 dB, I have it at about a medium attack and about a medium release. That's it. I'm literally trying to create a ball of audio. I'm trying to create this audio that is literally smashed, squashed, and then I'm taking that and blending that in with the original mix. Now, I'm going to let you see how this compressor is reacting to my signals that have all been bussed. Look at the compressor closely.
How did we get here? Was it me? Was it something that I said? You said we've been here, and that I've ignored everything you said. Yeah.
Okay, so you can see it. It's pretty much getting smashed. It's getting close to that 8 dB of compression. That's kind of my ballpark figure. Use your own ears to kind of decide that. I like 8 dB. So once I found and get those signals compressing at 8 dB, what do? I go right over to my parallel compressor, my mixed parallel bus, which is the bus we bust all the stuff to. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to literally raise this fader until I feel a difference or I feel like it's gotten better. So listen to this. I'm gonna blend it up into the mix until I like it where it is. So listen closely.
How did we get here? Was it me? Was it something that I said? You said we've been here, and that I've ignored everything you said. Yeah. Tell me how I missed this. Tell me how I never felt this in our bed. Tell me how to fix it. Tell me what is going through your head.
Huge difference, guys. It's so great. It's literally the final step to my mix. So when I'm finished my mix, I love it. I'm comfortable with it. I think it's great. This is the last thing I do, and it just adds that bulkiness, that body that I just wanted from my vocals and my instruments that wasn't there before, that makes it sound so much more full and alive. One last trick or explanation I'll give you as far as what's going on here is, one thing I want you guys to not make the mistake of doing is, when you're busting out these instruments and vocals to this mixed parallel bus, I want you to make sure that this button right here that says pre, make sure it is not highlighted. If you have it highlighted, you're gonna run into huge problems. When you press pre, long story short, this is telling you the difference between pre-fader, post-fader. Won't get deep into that. But if the light is on, okay? If this light is on, what you're basically telling this aux send is, hey, send it out full blast. Send the signal out full blast. Not where you have it in your mix, but just send it out full blast. Now, when you press it and it's off, it's saying, hey, send this out post fader, all my plugins, exactly the level that it is in the mix. So now what's happening is all those signals that are being sent out post fader are literally the mix. It's literally your actual mix, not the kick full power, the snare full power, so that when you actually do the parallel compression, that it's out of whack as far as the parallel compression track is a whole different mix from your actual mix. I hope that made sense to you. If not, this is a video. Guess what? You can replay it over and over again. Ironically, the song is also called Replay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that Help Me Devon Raw tutorial. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and make sure you follow us on the Instagram where I'm giving you guys tips all the time and stuff like that. And make sure you comment below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, you guys.